My gosh, it is cold. Another 44-degree morning. Ugh, hurry up, car. Warm up for me. Time to go to work. It's Monday. Ultrasound is tomorrow. Oh my God, I can't wait. I want to try something because it's actually brighter in here than the back-facing camera makes me out to be when I'm filming in the dark. I mean, granted, it is the dark and I need to turn that light on, but it's really not that dark in here. So rather than using my back-facing camera, I want to try using my front-facing camera on me. That means I'm not going to be able to see me, so if I'm out of frame, that's why. So sorry. Is this any better? Maybe I should turn that on. Hold on. Even brighter since I turned that one on. So if this isn't any better, I'm going to be upset, but here we go. It's December 11th, Monday. It is the night before my first ultrasound at 6 weeks. And I'm kind of in this like surreal, weird space today. I've kind of been daydreaming about nothing all day. Been really tired, out of breath. I feel productive, like work-wise, right? I felt productive, but just like low energy, but not attitudinal. Just in a weird space. I'm nervous. I'm excited, but mostly nervous. And I'm a bit stressed. It's always hard for me to like get on the road to Cali when I haven't been in a little while. And granted, it's only been, what, 2 weeks? 2.5 weeks. It's still like I have to get my mind prepared. And so that is kind of adding to it. And then I'm just in my head about the rest of my fucking life, to be honest. That has been the theme and thought of today is like, what is going to happen with the rest of my life? Starting right now, what changes do I need to make? What do I need to do? Like, I think I put myself in panic mode because today was a realization that I am pregnant and a baby is going to come in less than 40 weeks, and get your shit together. Like last year, honestly. Starting with this ultrasound that I'm having tomorrow is the first of many. They want me to do weekly ultrasounds, and I can either do them here with my OB or I can do them there with them until I graduate. Well, you can probably guess that I don't want to drive to California every week for an ultrasound. I really need to start mending the relationship between myself and my job and like focus on that. And I also need to start building a relationship with my OB here, which you guessed it, I have not called, selected, or anything. So that's freaking me out. I also, like, this is new territory, so I don't know what to do. Even though it's so simple, it's just another type of doctor. It's a specialty doctor, and I know how to work with specialists and just do it. But I'm a little bit nerved up about that. And here's like the other thing. If I choose to continue to go with them every week, that's fine. I continue to see them until 10 weeks and then they give me the boot. It's goodbyes. If I choose to continue my weekly ultrasounds here, and have the information sent to my doctor every week, then tomorrow will be my last time being up there. And I'm not sure I'm prepared for that, to be honest. And it's such a weird feeling, but I'm not ready to part ways with my fertility center tomorrow. Like eventually, yes, and that will be hard, but I'm not ready to do it tomorrow, being my last time. So I don't know what I'm going to do. I kind of left it up in the air depending on how tomorrow goes. And I think, yeah, depending on how tomorrow goes, I'm going to set the appointment with LIC for the following week, like next week, and let that be my fail safe just in case I can't make things happen, as in I don't locate a high risk OB and get an appointment for and by next week. Then I'll just have to drive up there again. I really don't want to. The other thing of it is when I called, the girl was just like, yeah, if you're here with us, then you would have weekly appointments typically on the same day every week. So they started me off on a Tuesday, and they probably want me to continue to come on a Tuesday, which again, that cuts into my work life. I wish it could happen on Saturdays. I would be more open to driving weekly up there if it was on Saturdays. But it's not. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. But that's where like my head is today and this evening. And I'll get more into like some of the things that put me into panic mode today, like in another video. I'll make that a whole separate thing. But yeah, tomorrow's a really, really, really big day, and I'm so fucking scared. Like I could cry right now. Everything is gonna be okay. Everything's gonna be okay. And I mean everything in my world. Everything in my life is gonna be okay. It's gonna be fine. I don't know how, but it will be. Anyways, I think that's enough for today. Nothing really to write home about. It was cold today. I'm cold now. It's 77 degrees in my apartment, which is like typical temperature in here. But when it's cold outside, the temperature does not feel like it shows. My toes are freezing. I am tired. I'm probably going to go to sleep on time, if not a little early at like 8, just so that I can get some rest and have a cleaner wake up. Tomorrow morning, I'll probably leave at like 6 or something. I don't know. We'll see. Tomorrow's going to be a big day. It'll be fine, but I'm going to go for the night. So, bye. I'm really trying not to work myself up, but I am worked up. Like my anxiety is building. I need to go to sleep, and that way I'm rested for tomorrow, and I really don't want to go. Like I want to have my ultrasound, but I do not want to drive tomorrow. And this isn't anything new. This is the same like anxiety that I get every time I get ready to go on my drives. It's just a whole ordeal in my head. And it's not that bad. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. It's just working myself up to the idea that this is happening tomorrow, but I don't want to do it. I'm not going to even hold you, but I need to go to bed. So I just wanted to say that. Of course, I stayed up watching YouTube videos of 6-week ultrasounds all night because I was tossing and turning. I couldn't sleep anyway. So I just wanted to know what to expect, if I was going to really see something or if I was really not going to see something. And of course, mine was smack dab in between, where I see something, but it's still really, really early. So, I think I was just expecting a bam, there it is right there. And the ultrasound tech, this one, she's usually really good about like finding stuff real quick, and it's like boom, boom, bam, there it is. But she had a little trouble finding it, and I was nervous. I was so nervous. I was just like, well, there we go. We have a gestational sac with nothing in it. But she's like, oh yeah, the baby's right there. And I'm just like, well, can you say something? I mean, we're just sitting in here in silence. And I was just like, she's searching, searching, searching. I can't tell like what all of this stuff looks like or what it means. And so I was like, and then so she finally measured it. And she measured it, I think, 4.2 millimeters. And so I was like, there is something in there. And she's just like, oh yeah, it's in there. It's just really close to the lining. And that's typical for how early it is. And I was just like, okay, tell me something, because I'm panicking. And then the same thing, she's just like going over it and over it and over it and over it, trying to like, I guess, get the best heartbeat or whatever. And I'm like, I'm not seeing those big heartbeat wave things. And I was just like, oh God, please wake up, little baby, wake up. But she's just like, oh no, you're not going to see those until much later. The heartbeat is this. And I was just like, oh my gosh, okay, all is good. So I saw all of my favorite people except for one. She's off today, but I gave them all thank you Christmas cards, and they're all like, see you next week, see you next week. And I'm just like, So I asked the ultrasound tech, and she's like, well, I asked her, they want to see me the same day every week up until 10 weeks. And she's just like, yeah. And I was like, well, is there any wiggle room to like change the day? And she's like, you can ask the nurse and see if it's, for convenience, if like one day either way. But they usually want to see a week and a day either way. And I was just like, So this is what I mean by like, I wanted to get here first and then like help to make my decision. But I don't know. It's Tuesday. I cannot take every Tuesday off for the next 4 or 5 weeks. So that's also why I wanted to give them their cards and give them hugs and things, because I may not see them next week or the week after. I may switch over to, I don't know. I'm going to go home first. I need to find a little snacky snack to eat. And then I'm going to go home, and then we'll decide from there. But for now, today is a great day. Saw my little nugget. Little peanut, but I saw it. Well, There is that little nugget. It took forever for her to find or like really get a clear shot because it's so close to the lining. And I guess I have a fibroid that's kind of rolling around right next to it, which is this mass right here. So it was, it took her a minute to get here, but she did find the nugget and the yolk sac, and also the heartbeat. I was concerned because it took her a minute to get what she needed out of here, and also because it just looked like flat sand, and I'm expecting like, you know, heartbeat waves up and down, and she's just like, oh no, that's not till later. The heart rate is 111 beats per minute. And so she's like, yeah, we just want to see it over 100. And I was like, okay. But yeah, so that's the heartbeat section. And yeah, I don't even know. I think I was expecting something a little bit bigger because, of course, I stayed up watching. Hold on. Why? This is not how I want to feel on Christmas. Ugh. Hobby. I hate being outside during the Christmas season. Come on. Because literally everybody is out. Taking up space. Shopping. In the way. Taking up space. Where am I supposed to park? This is the parking lot for Hobby Lobby? Jesus. What? Ugh. Who parks like this? What the fuck is going on? I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. I'm so tired and irritated. All I want is a glass of wine. Everybody was drinking wine today and it just looked so good. Like sexy. And I was just like, ooh, there's red. Ooh, there's white wine. It looks so cold and crisp. That's fine. It's not a problem. Not drinking. It's really not. It's just that thing, that treat that you have, or like that treat that you have to like calm yourself and like, yeah, I mean basically just treat yourself after you've had a really hard day. It doesn't have to be alcohol. I'm not upset about that. I don't even have like ice cream to sit and like just shovel into. You know what? I do have a handy dandy Gingerale. And I do still have my sexy wine glasses. So this is what we're gonna do. Treat yourself. Yeah, let's put them in a white. Nah, let's put them in a red. Oh, because these just make me feel so high class. Oh my gosh. Girl. I'm so tired. Hold on. Hold on, let me close the blinds. Okay, we're back. Just like a nice cold ginger ale in a wine glass. Oh yeah. Bubbly. I know I was growling and yelling and screaming earlier. I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. You know how I get. You know how I get. Louise from Bob's Burgers. That crazy little girl, she's just like, you know how I get, baby. You know how I get. If you know, you know. Today was so stupid. Like, just... I feel like I spent hours running around. First of all, let's preface with this. It's Wednesday. Wednesdays are my busy day. They're my favorite day, but they're my busiest day where oh gosh, excuse me. I work. And then I go and do therapy, and then I go and do church from home, on Wednesdays. And that is a me day, that is an Erica day, that is a self-care day, that is what I like to do. Nothing else. Nothing more, nothing less. What's on my face? Is that a mole? Interesting. Anyways. How about today was first day back after me being gone yesterday, which meant I have to catch up on a bunch of shit that happened, and it was busy. And then, so as much as I could handle at work, I got there earlier today because I knew I was going to leave at I don't even know what time, because I had the annual holiday party that is for people in my role specifically. And every year right before Christmas, we all get together, we eat, we drink, we exchange ornaments, and we do like a white elephant ornament exchange, which is fun. It is my favorite thing of all the things to do with my company at my job. And that just happened to be today on a Wednesday in the middle of the day. And then I had therapy. And then it's like, if I miss church, I miss it because I can go back and watch they post the recordings or whatever. If I miss that, fine. And I'm missing it now. But then on top of that, I had errands that I needed to run that were dire. I had to get them done today. So what does my ass do to add kerosene to the fire of uncontrol? I didn't get my ornament. Well, I couldn't yesterday. I didn't get my ornament on Tuesday or Monday. I didn't get my ornament over the weekend. I didn't get my ornament. I've known about this for a year. It's every year. I've known about this for weeks. When they sent out, hey, we're doing it again, I've known about this. I did not get my ornament. So why did I choose 30 minutes before the event to try and go to fucking Home Goods to find an ornament and a gift for my friend? Why? It took me forever to make a decision on 2 teeny tiny items. And then, of course, I left my Christmas bags and paper here at the apartment. So that meant I had to go and buy additional shit to wrap the ornament in my friend's gift. How about I get in the line that literally wraps around the store as Home Goods does, and then an announcement is made that the systems are down, the cash registers are down, and they'll keep us posted. If that wasn't a sign that said, Erica, get your shit together, stop doing this, prepare better for things that you want to participate in. Why is there a whole semi pulling in here? Prepare better, pay attention, act like you care, put some effort into it, or don't. But stop doing this in between last minute bullshit that is inevitably going to add stress and anxiety and frustration and attitude and sickness onto you. Stop. It's nobody's problem but yours. Mine. So I was just like, this isn't going to work. And they were cute little gifts. It was so cute. I wanted them so bad. So I was like, I literally cannot wait in this line and wait for however long the registers are down. Who knows what that problem was? I'm not doing that. I get out of line and I go put that stuff somewhere else. And I felt bad because I'm the kind of person that if I decide that I don't want something, I'm not going to just stash my item in a random candy aisle or whatever, in the baby or whatever. You know what I mean? I think that's so rude. I think retail people work hard to keep things tidy, and that's annoying as fuck and lazy. I didn't even go back around the whole store and put all my items back. I felt so bad, but I was just like, I literally cannot. I have to get out of the store immediately. So I left, and then I got back in my car and I went back across the busy street. Mind you, I said before, I live in a very retail area. There's shops on top of shops all around here, and a mall, and a this, and a that. So I say all that to say, my office is also in the vicinity. So I leave my office, I go to the shopping center, I go to Hobby Lobby, and I'm fighting traffic the whole time. This is the middle of the day. It doesn't matter around here. It doesn't matter that people work or don't work. There's always people around. And it's like tenfold now that it's the holidays, okay? I leave Hobby Lobby. I get back in my car. I book it back across the street, across Danger, to go to Hobby Lobby. First of all, the fucking parking lot is full, and I'm immediately annoyed because there's literally nowhere to park. All you guys are in Hobby Lobby right now. It's the middle of the week, in the middle of the day, and it's jam-packed. I walk into Hobby Lobby and I see a line go all the way to the back of the store, and I literally stop and I look at all the people, and they're looking at me, and I'm looking back at them, and I'm like, am I going to do this or not? Am I even coming in here or not? I look around at some of the other registers, and I was like, okay, they have 3 or 4 other registers open. Those lines look short. Just go in. Just look for something. Hobby Lobby has a wall full of ornaments. I turn the corner. I look at the wall, and I'm like, okay, I have to be able to find something here. I have to. Look at how many ornaments there are. I start on one end of the wall, and I go all the way down to the other end of the wall. I do that 5 times. Any normal human being would have just like closed their eyes and put their arm out and picked one and walked the fuck out. I went back and forth 5 times. Can't be too big. It can't be too small. I'm the only black person. It can't be a black Santa. It can't be this. It's stupid if it's Star Wars. Nobody's going to get it. Nobody's going to get that. this one's too expensive. This one is too cheap. Nobody's going to want pink glitter. No, just too many options. So I went from not enough options to too many options. And I'm just like literally talking to myself in the store back and forth. Just pick one. It can be simple. Just pick something simple. Nice. Just, it's fine. It's an ornament. It doesn't have to be like a china set. Just pick an ornament. It's for a tree. It's once a year. They're only going to use it for like a couple more weeks, if they even use it. You could pick anything and they might not like it. Who cares? It's anonymous. Like, I'm literally listing out all of the reasons why this should not be causing me stress, why this is not important. Just pick something. I picked something cute and boring and dark and not glittery and not extravagant. And what I mean by dark is like I picked a cute little gnome with a hat over its head, and it was wearing like dark farmer clothes. It wasn't like bright Christmassy. It didn't have sequins on it or glitter. It wasn't made of glass or crystal or this or that. It was just a gnome, and I thought it was cute. It was just simple. And I put that in a bag. I did not pay for the unnecessarily expensive Christmas paper pack. I don't need Christmas paper. I don't need extra bags. I don't even want to buy these bags. So I put the ornament. Oh, lucky for me, Hobby Lobby wraps everything in this like crepe paper. So I was like, that'll do. That will do. Put that crepe paper in the bag and called it. And I left. Now, here's the problem with me I do this every single year. 30 minutes to an hour before the event, I always go right down the street to this same shopping center looking for a last minute ornament. And then once I finally find it and make it through the line, I have to get to the place itself. The place itself is 30 minutes away. So by now, the event has started. I'm still at the store. I'm getting in the car. I literally throw everything in the car, and I was just like, I know what direction it's in. Just head in that direction. Pull up the map on the way. 30 minutes away. By the time I get there, I hurry up and park. I prepare all the things. I get myself together. I breathe and I walk in. Good thing for me, though, I was not the last one to the event. I was like third or fourth to the last, I love that. Yay, I was not the last one. Didn't cause a scene. It was fine. By the time I get everything together, it's probably like 45 minutes into the event. And I was just hoping that they hadn't started the white elephant yet, because I didn't want anybody to pay attention or see the bag that I got, because I was embarrassed about me not like putting any real effort into this ornament thing. And I was telling my boss this earlier about how I was stressing, and he's just like, just go to the dollar store. And I was like, even for you to say that, like, you wouldn't go to the dollar store and do this. Like, you're the bougiest person of us all. You wouldn't go to the dollar store. Why would you suggest that to me? I was like, no, it's a whole thing. It's like, who has the prettiest? It's white elephant, so people want to play the game and like steal, and who has the most unique and blah, 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 blah. And he's just like, but it's like white elephant and it's anonymous. And so he's just like, there's some really cool ones at the dollar store. And I was like, shut up. Nobody is going to the dollar store to get their ornament. I just told you it's a whole thing. So if somebody finds out that you went to the dollar store and got their ornament, and you win like a $30 ornament, that just like, now I'm the asshole. Because I won a really pretty $30 ornament and I spent $1.99 on something made out of cardboard and foam. Stop. But nonetheless, even though my ornament was more substantial, it just wasn't the prettiest or the most unique or thoughtful or special. And so I was still embarrassed, and I snuck in there and put my little bag in the middle of all the other bags on the table, and everybody was still eating and chit-chatting. And I already felt like full of anxiety and not feeling the best and was hungry and hadn't eaten lunch really because I was waiting for this, and I was just hoping that there would be like the saltiest french fries and like maybe some boneless wings or something, because we went to a brewery. We met at a brewery, which was cool. But how about I get there and it's just like a big table full of pizzas and chips and cheese dip, and I'm like, I can't eat. It was just like, it was literally 15 different types of pizzas, tortilla chips, cheese dip, salsa, and garlic knot balls. And I was just like, this is a lot of bread. But I'd rather fill up on a lot of bread than a lot of cheese. And I was just like, all of this is a bad idea, but I have to eat. I have to eat. So I got a slice of cheese pizza, which I don't think I've ever had cheese pizza in my life. Got a slice of that and a couple garlic knots and some marinara sauce to go with it. And the pizza was good. I shouldn't have, because I wasn't feeling well when I got there. I ate that. I tried to eat 1.5 garlic knots, and they were just hard to eat and just messy and not what I wanted. And I was like, this is a lot of bread. And then, so then one of the head honchos was just like telling me the ropes. She's like, put your gift over here, and then the first round of drinks is on us. The second round is on you. And I was just like, oh, okay, thanks. Not wanting to make a big deal out of, oh, I'm actually not drinking this year. Because my thing is, every time I go to these, every year, my thing is to get a Long Island iced tea. I love Long Island iced teas. I only drink them when I go hang out with the ladies. And so I didn't get one. I was like, oh, thanks. So I put my stuff down, said hello to my friends, and got some food, then came back and sat down. And the girl came and she's like, oh, I didn't get your drink order. I was like, just a Sprite. Nobody asked me anything. And I just felt like super full of anxiety and like catching my breath. And I really couldn't enjoy the event because I was like, I got here late. I have to leave early because I have therapy at this time. And I just kept looking at my phone and I was just like, please let me be next. When am I going to leave? And I just could not enjoy it. And I didn't want to cancel. I never want to cancel my therapy sessions because I enjoy them. I need them. It's really, truly part of my self-care. Excuse me. And like, unless I have to, I'm not canceling my sessions. So when I was present, I did have a good time with the ornament exchange. And we almost got through the whole game before I had to leave. So I feel good about that. The ornament that I finally won had already been stolen multiple times, so there wasn't any chance for anybody to take mine. So that was good, and I was like, okay, now I can sneak out of here. And just trying to like not be too obvious or too weird. Like I felt bad. I didn't really have a chance to like catch up with my friend, and we rarely see each other. So I might have to do a side, hey, let's get together. Like I'll come on her side of town and like hang out with her, do lunch with her or something so that we can catch up. I gave her her card that like revealed that I'm pregnant, and I'm so glad. She's just like, oh, why'd you do this? You didn't have to do this. I was like, it's absolutely nothing. It really is nothing. And she's just like, okay, well, that in that case, I'll just like save it for at home. So I'm so glad that she's just like, oh, I'll save it for home. That way she wouldn't like give it away to the other ladies, because I'm still feeling like really weird about like saying anything, because I just don't know. It's still early. So I don't know. I'm just waiting for her to text me to be like, oh my gosh, I opened the card, blah, blah, blah. But she hasn't texted me yet. So, anyways, so then I left out of there, and what I wanted to do was try to get back on my side of town as close to it as possible before I stopped to do therapy, because the next errand that I had to run, I needed to be there by a certain time. And I knew that if I stopped to do therapy where I was and then got back on that side of town, I was going to miss it. And I'm so glad that I did that, even though she yelled at me and was just like, you have to stop driving or we have to cancel. I stopped, but I was on my side of town, closer to the next errand. And I'm glad that I did that, because I had 10 minutes to spare when the session was over and they were literally closing, and I had to get this errand done. So I feel like I've been rushing all day long. Oh, she just texted me. She just texted me. She just opened the card. Yeah. Hold on, I want to text her. My friend is happy for me. Happy tears. Anyways, what was I saying? Therapy, errand, just in the nick of time, within 3 minutes, then another errand. And now I'm just here. This is where I landed. I'm so tired. I don't know if I mentioned this before or not, but yesterday when I got home, I did pretty good. I don't know why. I did good, to be honest. My appointment was only 30 minutes sooner than normal. It was at 11 rather than 11:30. I tried to do 11:30. It was at 11, and maybe because the appointment was so short, or I didn't have to wait around, or I don't know what it was. But my appointment was at 11. I got done. I went to Sprouts and got a sandwich and chips for lunch instead of Chick-fil-A, and then I got right back on the road. And I don't know if it was a lack of traffic on the way back or if I was speeding the entire time or what, but usually, maybe it was the lack of traffic on the way back. Because usually, well, no, that's what it is. Usually, if I have an appointment at 11:30, I don't leave until 1 or 2 o'clock. That's what it is. And this time I probably was out of there I was probably back on the road by 12:30, which still, I don't know. Something else made a big dent in it. In either case, I was home by I got home before 6:30. So as soon as I walked in, I dropped all my stuff, got in the shower, had a bowl of cereal, and I was not feeling the best, but in a fatigued way. I was in the bed by 7:30. I just was exhausted. So I slept from 7:30 last night to 5:30 this morning. And it was so good. I didn't get up a million times to pee. I didn't toss and turn too much. My body was just drop, sleep. 11 hours. Is that 11 hours? Yeah. And it felt so good. And I honestly want to do that every single night. It's 6:20. I want to do that every single night. Sleep. My friend texts me back. This is so much fun. Therapy was good, but it felt a little rough because I was in the middle of an anxiety, what do you call it? Catastrophizing frustration mode that I just vented 80% of my time. And so it felt good, but it was just rough coming out. But it was good. I need to get off here actually and listen to church and relax. So I'm going to do that.